Hello and welcome. You're watching Medically Speaking, and I am Meenakshi Upreti. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We will be talking about the types of breast cancer, the significance of early diagnosis, the cure for the same, and prevention, if any. If not, then what can we really do to protect ourselves against the same? Now, many of you may ask why we are talking about it at a time when COVID cases are at an all-time low. Is that something which has driven us? Not really. The fact that there were over 2.3 million cases which were diagnosed in 2020 itself tells us how significant, pertinent it is to talk about this issue today, how important it is to raise awareness about breast cancer. Without much ado, let me introduce my panel, a panel of experts who have joined us from the top institutes of the country. I'd like to welcome, of course, Dr. V. Seenu. He's the head of surgery at AIIMS in Delhi. Dr. Pramod Kumar Jhulka. He's the senior director of oncology at the Max Hospital. We also have Dr. Ramesh Sareen, senior surgical oncologist from Apollo. Dr. Shyam Agrawal, senior consultant oncology from the Gangaram Hospital. Dr. Ajay Gogia, he's also associate professor of oncology cancer department from AIIMS. Thank you all for joining us. I'm going to start with you, Dr. Seenu, and I'm going to start with something which you all may find very basic, but basics may not be basic for the layman, sir. The significance really of talking about breast cancer today. What we know about breast cancer, in layman's terms, yes, if we compare from many years ago, the awareness has increased. We speak about a lump in our breast. Is that the only indication that one may have breast cancer? How can, every woman who's perhaps above 40 start diagnosing or even looking for breast cancer herself? How significant it is and why it is important we talk about that today, sir. Over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Meenakshi. See, the October is considered as a month for breast health awareness, and pink is the color which is being used by the WHO. See, breast cancer is extremely important world over, especially in our country, because breast cancer is the commonest cancer among women presently in most of the cancer registries in India.
Yeah.
The second important thing is, unfortunately, unlike the West, majority of our women present with advanced breast cancer.
So, Dr. Jhulka, my next question is to you, sir.
Yes.
What the professor just spoke about was two different things. One was that in India, unfortunately, a lot of women come to doctors at a later stage, sir. You're the senior most in panel, sir. Help us understand clearly. Awareness level, yes, certainly has increased over the years. Why is it that women are still reaching oncologists like yourselves at a later stage, sir?
Awareness has increased, but not to that level. In rural areas, even in urban areas, I can tell you, and I'm ashamed to tell you that even in doctors, general doctors also, awareness about painless lump in the breast, as Dr. Seenu told, is not there. People wait for the pain to appear. And once pain appears, then they rush to the doctors. So they don't come to us in early stages, most of them. But fortunately, now the people have started coming early because thanks to our media, because we have been doing a lot of programs. I have done over 100 programs on TV and radio, on DD News also. I've done so many programs on early detection of breast cancer. And so after so much of media, coming, electronic media and the print media, then people are becoming more aware of any lump and must go to the doctor, that all lumps are not cancerous. All, people having lump in the axilla pit or in the neck, that means above the clavicle bone, we call it supraclavicular node, anywhere, or nipple retraction or discharge from the nipple. Not that all these signs, symptoms may be cancerous, but still one must go to the doctor and get themselves checked up.
Right. Sir raised a very pertinent point, and you spoke about the symptoms which one must watch out for. Dr. Agrawal, come in here before I go to Dr. Sareen and include Dr. Gogia. just spoke about nipple retraction. You have some strange discharge from the nipples. Of course, a lump in the armpit. There are many other subtle telltale signs as well, isn't it, sir? Maybe disproportionate breast size. What really are the signs which, according to you, should ring alarm bells? And if they are not ringing alarm bells also, is it important really for women above the age of 40 perhaps to go for regular mammography, considering we are seeing a rise in breast cancer cases in middle-aged women also, sir?
Sir, you have to unmute.
So you'll have to unmute, Dr. Agrawal, please.
Yeah,
Yes, go ahead.
So let me put things into perspective. So, nearly 14 lakh new cases of cancer are diagnosed in our country, and almost 1.5 lakhs of these cases are women, breast cancer. So there's a huge number of patients of breast cancer whom we get to see every year. And coming to early diagnosis, as has been pointed out by Professor Julka, so, what women need to do is, you can't stay dependent on mammography. So breast self-examination is a very important test which women can do at home on a monthly basis, especially when they're on their menstrual, periods day. So they should look for any alteration in the size of the breast, drooping of the breast, or, any shape of the breast. And as has been pointed out, any change in the nipple, size of the nipple, retraction, bleeding, etc. So they must go to a physician, maybe a gynecologist or a general surgeon for a checkup. So that breast self-examination is a critical thing to be done every month after the age of 40 years, which every woman can do. So that awareness has to go from all of us to each, adult woman in the country and all over the world. The second important thing to do is that they should also go in for a regular examination of the breast at least once a year, if not twice in a year.
Yeah.
So, you can't go for mammogram. There is a lot of illiteracy. There is a lot of poverty. The machines are not there in rural areas. But even if the Anganwadi workers and all those primary healthcare workers can spread this message amongst women over the age of 40 years for breast self-examination and a clinical examination by a doctor. So I think you can always, pick up these cases early. That's number one.
Right.
The second is, if the lump is persisting beyond a month or two, then the woman should have a high index of suspicion and must go to a doctor for immediate checkup and further evaluation.
Okay.
Thirdly, cancer presents as a local disease, painless lump, but women do come to us in advanced stages where the symptoms can be persistent in the form of cough, any bone pain, if there is brain involvement, headache or vertigo, etc. So, which is persisting beyond 1 month. People should be on guard and they must have a high index of suspicion for cancer and go for a checkup.
So, sir, of course, you rightly mentioned every person's body is different from each other's. One needs to stay vigilant and ensure that they don't ignore these unusual signs and symptoms. And that's one way. Early detection is one way to maybe avoid surgery as well. And of course, Dr. Sareen, hold on, I'll come to you, because before talking about surgery, I want to bring in Dr. Bhogia as well, in this conversation. So since we're speaking about the symptoms, help our viewers understand in layman's term how early symptoms can, how early detection can help perhaps, the patients increase their chances of survival, and if perhaps it can to reduce the chances of a full breast removal surgery.
Your question has two aspects. Number one, the early stage cancer. The stage 1 cancer, the survival is around 90%, and stage 3 survival is around 50%. So we can easily detect in early stage and improve the survival by so many means of awareness, mammography and all. And second is your breast conservation surgery and related to whole mastectomy. This depends on how the stage you are, stage 1 or stage 2 or even stage 3 can go for breast conservation surgery after chemotherapy. So it all depends on your stage of the breast cancer.
Okay, so it's really, detection at stage 1, which can increase, as you heard, viewers, your chances of survival considerably. But Dr. Sareen, when surgery is required, help us understand, one, what are the misgivings in the mind of the patients, and if you could dispel fear around complete breast removal, does that happen to every patient? Dr. Gogi also pointed out, there is a breast conservation surgery as well, which can be performed. Tell us a little more about that, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Let me just tell you why we are harping on the breast early detection. Now, everybody has very passionately said why early detection is necessary. So, early detection is necessary to prevent you from dying from breast cancer. Early detection is also necessary to prevent you from getting a mastectomy. If your early diagnosis, say if you've got a 1 centimeter or 2 centimeter tumor in a 20 centimeter breast or a 15 centimeter breast, you don't need to remove the entire breast. You can just remove 1 centimeter lump with 1 centimeter normal tissue around it, and maybe radiate that area or the rest of the area also. And the results have shown over a period of 20 years where they've followed up, half the patient with mastectomy, half the patient with breast conservation, just removing that lump, they have shown that those who have the breast conservations are doing better than the mastectomy. So since this result has come over the last 3-4 years, we are more actually enthusiastic to do breast conservation, even for stage 2 and early stage 3, depending on the size of the tumor and size of the breast. So breast conservation, early detection gives you life, gives you breast, gives you money because you may not be requiring chemotherapy, and also gives you a calmness and doesn't give you anxiety that you're losing your breast, and psychologically you're much adjusted. So early detection has many advantages of saving the breast, saving the life, saving your psychological, social life, and everything else. So early detection is necessary. But before I end, I know it's been passionately talked about Dr. Shyam Agarwal and Dr. Julka. Breast self-examination is important in a country like us because we are still developing. But the results and the trials have strongly suggested that it's the screening mammograms. Screening means even when you have no lumps, you're going for a screening mammogram. Yes, and screening mammograms has saved your life.
Yeah, so there are signs, of course, other than lumps also, which need to be taken into consideration. But I also understand and accept their point of view, because there really is a rural-urban divide in India, and perhaps these technologies may not be available in the rural areas. But yes, Professor Seenu, since we're speaking about surgery, sir, do come in here. Different types of breast cancers require unique and different approaches and different type of treatments, right? Everything may not require a surgery. It's very traumatizing, first of all, to be diagnosed with breast cancer for a woman, then to think of surgery, perhaps be extremely fearful, of total breast removal. What would you like to tell those patients who are watching the show and perhaps have a lot of misgivings about the same, sir?
Yeah, unfortunately, Meenakshi, as you were saying, the surgery is a definitive treatment for breast cancer. See, what Madam Sareen and Dr. Julka were talking about is that if a patient presents early, and as Madam said, if the size of the breast is good enough that I remove the tumor, still patient will have a good cosmesis. So that is the time when we have to pick up. So there is nothing called you can treat breast cancer without surgery. Of course, if it is a stage 4 disease, patient has metastasis elsewhere, then maybe we may not do surgery. But for definitive treatment, surgery is the standard of care for local and regional control. The second thing is how the patients react. It all depends on the background of the patients. As you know that at All India Institute, we get patients of different backgrounds, from very poor rural background to highly educated people. So how they react depends on the background in which they come. But as you rightly said, it is extremely important to counsel these patients, because losing a breast is like losing an image or femininity for some women. So it's a very, very touchy topic, and it's a very emotional subject. So you have to deal with the patients very carefully, counsel them, give them the options, and then take the patients along with their option as the treatment, if it is that you can use that option in that patient. But surgery is a part of definitive care for local and regional control in breast cancer.
Right. And of course, it's early detection, which perhaps can really help in this case. And Dr. Julka, since all of us have really spoken about the urban-rural divide, and, you spoke about how you have
Yes.
attended hundreds of programs on breast awareness, help us understand the changing demographics of breast cancer in India, rising number of cases in younger women, rising number of cases in urban population. I ask you this specifically because that's really the population which ends up watching English television programs as well. Help us understand, sir, what's the reason for the rise in number of breast cancer cases in urban areas, in younger women, and if at all, there can be some lifestyle modifications which can
Yes.
help them, if not prevent, at least delay the same.
Yes, that is what I was coming to, because the rise in number of cases is mainly due to lifestyle, it's, we can say, pseudo modifications which we have adopted from the West. And what is happening is that people are becoming lazy. They are adopting sedentary habits. They are not doing exercise. They are, just going and watching TV and going in their air-conditioned cars and all that. So basically, diet is becoming, like junk food, more obesity is coming up. Obesity can also lead to this cancer of the breast and even prostate. So talking about this early menarche and late menopause, we call it early onset of menses and late menopause, can also lead to, because a person is more exposed to female hormone, that is estrogen. So that is the culprit which causes this cancer. So that is why I'm saying all these, we have modifiable factors, we have non-modifiable. Now, non-modifiable factors which we cannot modify is, number one, if you are a girl, you have more chances. If you're a female, if not that males don't get it, males are also getting breast cancer.
Elaborate on, because a lot of people had that misgiving, right? Yes, sir.
Yes. So let me tell you, males also have it, but it is about 1% of the all female cancers, breast cancer. So being a female is a non-modifiable risk factor. Early menarche, late menopause, again, a non-modifiable risk factor. So what can be modified? Modified means your diet and exercise.
Yes.
Means obesity can be avoided, and your exercise can be modified so that you are doing regular exercises and you avoid junk food, which people are doing, avoid alcohol, avoid smoking. These also may lead to cancer of the breast. So all these factors combined together, they can lead to breast cancer more often. And let me tell you, people who are having mutations in certain genes, we always call them hereditary genes. We get a panel of genes that is not only BRCA1, BRCA2, BRCA1 and 2. There are other genes also, PAL-B2, ATM. All these genes, we are doing a panel of genes in all the patients who come to us with breast cancer, even early breast cancer. Because why we get it done? Only 5 to 10% are hereditary breast cancers. People always say, if mothers have breast cancer, the children are liable to get. Now, you will be surprised to know that most of the patients I am treating, their mothers I treated 20 years back or 30 years back in AIIMS. Okay. So I treated their mothers, now I am treating their daughters. So they are getting breast cancer. So they are being treated now. Because
I get your point, sir. Of course, genetic reasons.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.